Let's take a look at baby dedications from a brand and marketing perspective. Baby dedications is a great way to show value, that you value kids, you value young families as a church, as a brand. So it's a really good way to every once in a while highlight the fact that you have a great kids program. A lot of churches will bring people to the stage and pray over them for this baby dedication. So it's a great way to highlight the kids ministry in the service experience. That way, families with kids that are younger understand that you value them and you value the ministry to children. So we want to communicate that on a regular basis. And again, baby dedications allow us to do that. So as you're presenting, as you're praying over these families and dedicating the child, make sure you're also highlighting the kids program and how you value kids and what you have to offer them. It doesn't have to be a big thing, but just mentioning it is a good idea. Also, from a marketing perspective, when you dedicate a child, a baby, you basically have invites that are going to naturally happen from the families. So grandparents, uncles, aunts, you're going to get some friends, some neighbors, some other family member to come to the church and to create a little boost of momentum in attendance. So that's nice to have. And if you wanted to have invites printed and ready to go, so those family members can invite people, that's great. A tip is to have a photographer at this event so that you can capture it and provide that to the family. Most of the time, they will post that on social media. The photographer doesn't have to be like a professional with an SLR, DSLR camera. They can have a phone, an iPhone, and just take some really good pictures and be sure to get those to the family members that came to the event. So again, strategically, baby dedications just a great thing to do. Probably twice a year. If you do it more because you have more families, more babies, that's great. But a couple times a year, it's a really good idea to have these dedications in the service. Highlight the kids program, show that you value families, churches that attract young families. What I mean by that is kids that are 18 or under are churches that have a really good core to build from, build attendance from, build volunteers from. They People don't typically leave when they have kids. They don't just disappear because there's a lot more connections happening. So if you attract families with kids, that's a really good way. They also donate. They also contribute to the mission of the church. So you kind of, again, strategically, you're kind of winning on multiple levels when you're really good at serving families with children that are younger. This design has a human element to it, and it's really nice. It kind of connects to people because of the hands and the over here. This design has some nice typefaces that are in combination to create a really nice flow to it. All of it's very simple and easy to update in Canva. So you can just make edits to the text by just clicking into the text box. There's a little tagline down here that we added called little uh, guiding little steps toward a big faith. So that can be changed out into your tagline, whatever you have for your kids program or child dedication. You could swap that out. Date, of course, can be swapped out, and times you can shrink that to make it. If you have multiple services, you can add multiple services. Really easy to do that. This image is really easy to swap out. So if you needed to choose another baby image, you should have Canva Pro, so you can be able to go in there and swap out these images. We've applied the color effects, so it's ready to go. So very simple and easy to make these updates on this one. There's some design elements up here, but overall, this one has a really nice feel to it. If you just want to appeal to um, families with the newborn babies, and this one has a nice feel to it. This design has a great look when it comes to just creating a fun element, kind of a playful, fun element. These squigglies here really add a nice, playful element to this event, this baby dedication event. So I would recommend maybe swapping out some of this information here so that you can get your information into the right places. These are placeholders that are just there so you can swap things out. If you called yours child dedication, again, it's very simple to just go in there and swap out the information. So Canva makes it really easy. Canva Pro, if you don't have it, is free for churches. So make sure you get that. These are little taglines over here that are not meant to be read. They're there for visual eye candy, and they're not really designed to be read. If people do read them, like, it does make sense, but it's just there to add a nice little graphic element. This design is colorful, it's vibrant, it's designed to get some attention, has an elegant feel to it. This word up here is done in a very scripty font, so it has more of an elegance in how it presents. We have the tagline, we have the dates, all those can be swapped out just using Canva to get that information swapped out. So if you needed to switch that to a different date, let's say the 7th, or maybe you have multiple services, you can swap that out. And it's really simple to do within the template here in Canva. So make sure that you go through and update everything. This is, again, is kind of an eye candy thing. It's a design element that we put in there. It's not really designed to be functional. So don't worry if people can't read it. It's there just to be a visual element. If they do read it, then it does make sense. But it's a nice look to kind of balance things out. So go ahead and choose the right design for you for baby dedications at your church.